All right, this next activity is basically an activity that's designed. I would say it's a not a classical application of mathematics, but it uses mathematical principles to maybe guide you to do what you need to do. It's a really good activity to kind of trick kids into thinking about restricting things and thinking about the coordinate plane. I would say that this is probably an algebra one pre-algebra kind of activity. Um, but I'm gonna just show you what you can do with this thing, and I'm not gonna play all 9 holes because it's getting pretty late. But there's a 9 hole course, and you could play the 9 holes, and you could there's a series of challenges you can go through. I'm gonna play hole 8 because I spent a lot of time wasting. I spent a lot of time dealing with this before, so hole 8's pretty cool. Okay, so the idea is like you launch these purple balls, and these purple ball goes all over the place, and you're trying to get the purple balls to land in the stars category. Okay, so what do I do to do that? I really wish you could drag and drop it, but they are trying to get you to understand the coordinate plane here. So I don't know. Let's mess with the coordinates a little bit here. So let's say we're gonna say this is at 10. So we're there, and then I'm gonna go and put this one back here at, I don't know, let's say, I think that we're negative down here, so let's say -5. Okay, maybe -7 would get us to close to where we want. And then basically what I want to do is I want to cause them to bounce off this green line and hit a couple in here. But at the same time, I want them to like scroll down there. So I'm thinking this is a 2 to 2 scale. So I'm going to make this 2, and then I'm going to go down to like 5. All right, now that takes some pretty sophisticated knowledge there. Now 5, they might miss it, so I'm going to go up to like 5.5. Okay, and if I want to be like guarantee that I'm going to get in there, I'm going to monkey around a little bit with my boundaries here. I'm going to say 5.5. I don't think the ball can get through there. And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to say 6.5 and see where I'm at. Okay, now it may be a little bit steep right now, so I'm going to change this to say, oh, I don't know, let's say 7. And then hopefully we get some to bounce in that general direction. Okay, now what the math principle of that is really the concept of slope and the coordinate plane and being able to manipulate segments. But I mean, it's got some good math in there, and having them write up the math would be something good. They don't give me any of the physics about what's going on about the ball drop. These like weird shapes are just part of the game. Okay, so like I said, I thought that some of those would bounce up just because I've played this game enough. I could see that. So I could see how that could be a motivating factor in helping a kid to be able to like see the purpose behind coordinates and be able to manipulate other things. Obviously, there's like more challenging holes like this one right here. The first couple times I played it, I'm like, oh, I don't really have to do anything. It does most of the work for me. And every once in a while you get lucky and it does it all by itself. Okay. All right. I like it. Okay. What's going on there? So what's the real problem is I can't get any balls back down into this area. This would be a good place to discuss. Okay. Well, man, if I could only get some of those extra purple balls that aren't going to where I want them to go down here. Well, it looks like we're at 12. So if I put like maybe a 13 and maybe a 13, 13, 13 is one of these points. And then, I don't know, this one here is probably, if I'm looking down here, I'm thinking that's 8, maybe 8, 8. See what 8, 8 has to do with it. And then, that's probably going to let a ball get through, so let's go 7, 8. All right, I don't think that we're going to get any, I think this should work the first time through. And, maybe I get lucky. All right, bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay, I got lucky. One of the balls is in there. Another like extension of this activity would be to maybe like see how many times it doesn't work, or see how many times you could get it to work with one particular set of rules. But like I've wasted a lot of time playing this game, so I get where the limitations of the game are. I'm pretty good with understanding how the balls could get trapped. So that those are things you could let the kids experiment with, because they really kind of encourage you to use the grid and like not part of the grid. Like sometimes you need to be in between. All right, well that is pretty much like a mini golf math, I guess you would call it. Um, it's an entertaining way to like look at the idea of like coordinates, and you could talk about slope. You could talk about the advantages of changing your slope and all that stuff. So it's a different way to attack a topic that's pretty dry. All right, thank you for watching.